Hey everybody, and welcome back to another awesome day in crypto. Your host, Superman, in the house, and we're gonna have a fun show today. We've got a bit of mixing it up a little bit. Now, we're gonna be talking obviously about inflation that came out today. That's good news for the markets, and of course, probably lead to better interest rates coming out in November. We're gonna be talking about crypto and Pulsechain pump, so good times all around. Hex still moving as well. We're gonna get into obviously Titanx projects, Vault, which is about to launch today. And of course, Titan Farms are coming up as well. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to get into Dog Meme, of course. Number one meme coin on Bitcoin. And we're going to be looking at XenCat, which will probably be the number one meme coin on XenChat, which is going to be Jack Levin's new chain. It's going to be the state of the art, and I think it's going to be pretty huge. So we're going to get into all that. So a bit of everything today. Hope you guys enjoy it. We're spotlighting, of course, on XenCat. So definitely check that out, but we'll be covering it all as we go. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I've posted the links to XenCat if you want to check it out on X and follow X. You got it in the scrolling bar at the bottom there. And of course, if you want to buy it, you can buy it on a Solana on using Terminal there. We'll check that out all later on. All right, so let's get into it, folks, without further ado. And let's see where we are with the markets today. Now, we're obviously covering Friday's stock market results at the end of the week, and the Dow closes at record high there as energy stocks ride oil prices higher, obviously with Middle East issues and things like that going on. We got the Dow Jones at the moment up 0.33%, 138 points to 42,313. Incredible, right? Top 30 industrials doing really well. S&P 500 just chilling a little bit today, down slightly at 5,738, and the NASDAQ is down 0.4% there with all the tech companies down 73 points to 18,118. So that's where the US stock market is today. Dollar index with the US dollar is down slightly as well. Still over 100 though, 100.15 versus its trading partners. But we're looking for that to devalue, right? As interest rates pull back, and good inflation news like we saw today is positive for that. Now, looking at the prices of oil there, we've got West Texas up $1 there, and so is Brent oil at $68.60 and $72 for Brent oil there. Gold is just eased a bit, so down 0.5%, $14 to 2,680, and silver there down 1.3%, 42 cents to $31.91. But if we get more of these interest rate pivots in US dollar devalues, we expect a commodity rally on those, right? So it could be pretty awesome. Now, looking at the news today, we're going to skip the consumer spending. But we're going to get down into the personal consumption expenditure. This is the main inflation gauge that the Federal Reserve uses, right? So not they've got CPI, of course, but the personal consumption expenditure is much broader. So it's a better measure generally. So this is it rose by 0.1% on a monthly basis, below estimates that it would match July's pace of 0.2%. So that's good news. Year on year, the record cooled to 2.2%. Slower than predictions of 2.3 to 2.5 in July. So this is really positive news, right? 2.2% inflation there on the personal consumption expenditures. When stripping out volatile items like food and fuel, the so-called core, what they call the core PCE price index, also decelerated 0.1% month to month and sped up slightly as anticipated to 2.7% from 2.6% on an annualized basis. So there we go. And of course, we've already had a 50 basis point cut. Let's see what the market thinks is going to happen for November on the interest rates. This is obviously in the buoy crypto markets. We're at 5 weeks and 5 days and 17 hours to go until the 7th of November. So it's 2 days after the US election. Let's see what we got here. So we got 51.9% of the markets expecting a 25 basis point cut. And of course, 48% expecting a 50 basis point cut. So pretty split there almost on that one. So 50 basis points on another 50 basis points. That'd be 1 percentage point taking us from 5.5 either down to 4.75 or 4.5%. Not bad there. And of course, we've got another interest rate cut potentially at the end of the year. And we got the market pretty bullish on that. 50% of the market expects us to get down to 4.25%. So that would be 1.25 percentage points for the year, taking us down to 4.25. We're pretty amazing on that. So looking pretty good for the interest rate cuts. And that should, rally the markets here, especially if the Fed decides to start printing some money and, increase in what they call the M2 money supply. Good time. So pretty good result this week for the stock market and the interest rates. Really, really good. Let's quickly get on to crypto. Bitcoin at the moment is rallying at 1%, almost $65,900. That is looking really good. Bitcoin dominance is dropping. Altcoin season, bring it on. We've got 54.83% at the moment. We've got Ethereum is up 2.6% at $2,700, so looking good for Ethereum. And of course, what else is going there? Solana at 1.6%, $158. And BNB up 1.8% at $608. So pretty good stuff happening there. Tron up 1%. You can see that. That's not too bad. But the losers today, down slightly, is XRP, just 0.2%, 59 cents. And ADA, which did really well yesterday, just cooling off, but has over 40 cents now. Not bad. Not bad there as well. Honorable mention to Litecoin. It is up 3.8% there at $71.35. So those are your leaders in crypto. Now, we're not going to do the rest of the charts today because we've got lots to talk about. So I'm going to jump into the meme coins. Don't forget to get in the chat there. We've also got a poll up at the moment on every single channel. So what tokens do you like the most? Volt, Dog, XenCat, or all three? So hit that up. We'll check that out later on. Obviously, I'm not talking about XenCat until a bit later in the live stream. So just take that into account. What else there? We got the meme coins. Well, it's been a pretty green week. Dogecoin is back at 18 billion. Remember, we got down to like 12 billion or so. It's now back at 18 billion. So really good recovery there for Doge, up 70% for the week, 5% for the day. Everything's pretty much up. 41% for SHIB for the week, 30% for Pepe, up 12% today. Looking pretty good there. Bonk up 28%, 40% today as well. Floki up 24%, 11%. So pretty good results across the board. You can see Modcoin up 30%, 2% for the week. Book and Meme, everything is up for the most part. Dogs on Tunchain is still struggling a little bit there. It is down 2.7%. There we go. And Nero is up 22%. But of course, the big winner that we've been talking about, and that's in the poll today, is Dog on Rune's protocol on Bitcoin, right? So Rune protocol launched at the Bitcoin halving this year. So basically, it is kind of the state of the art at the moment ecosystem on top of Bitcoin for the first bull market season. It's pretty awesome. So picking Dog for the win there. It had a huge rally in the week, 75% off the bottom and up 14% today. The market cap has rallied dramatically to 430 million. Apparently, Leonidas, who leads this, is in talks with a number of tier ones exchanges. Remember, pretty much all these have got tier one exchanges, but the biggest meme coin in the world, Dog, has not. So there we go. It's coming soon. So Gate.io is sort of holding the centralized exchange command, and of course Magic Eden and others are dominating the decentralized trade on Dog. So that's kind of where we are there at the moment on that. Let's move over to the total market cap first before we get into that. Let's actually go to Magic Eden, where the decentralized exchange, and we've got Dog there at the moment, just pulling off. So let's have a look at Dog. It's now got 89,423 holders, so that's up a lot. I think it used to be something like, don't quote me exactly, but I think it used to be like 77,000 holders. So it's up dramatically, big accumulation zone, right? So this is what's happened to the chart over the last week. Let's have a look at that. So it's actually had a real nice rally off the bottom. It was got down to 3.92 sats and is now at 6.6 sats. Had a bit of a breather last night, got to 6.8, what's that, 6.87. Just cooled off a little bit down to 6.2, but it's now back up again at 6.6 there. So that's pretty good. And yeah, little cool stuff happening. $436 million. Now, if we go further out, of course, on Dog, we can see that it actually in a previous run, after it launched, right, there's a free airdrop, remember, to people that had been using BRC20s ordinals and minting out ordinals, I think it was. 3 of them, I think you had to do from last year. And of course, we covered that early. So you got a big free airdrop there. And of course, of Runestones, and then Runestones dropped you Dog, right? So pretty cool. So you got up to 13.1 sats, and that was when Bitcoin was at the all-time high. So this was up, just shy of $1 billion without a tier one exchange. So this thing is really going to rip a good one because it's going to be pretty awesome there. We're at 6.64 at the moment, so not bad there for Dog. So pretty cool. Now its parent, I guess you would say, is Runestone. It's an ordinal, not a BRC, not a rune. It is up as well. So it's gone up to 0.009 a Bitcoin at $600. It's had a really nice rally, as you can see on the old runes. Now remember, Runestone still got 2 more airdrops in it, but they'll probably be later in the bull market cycle as Dog performs well. Those 2 airdrops will probably be dropped to the holders That's on Runestone. So kind of cool. Runes picking up. You can see a lot of the runes moving pretty strongly on the back of that dog rally as well. So kind of cool. All right. And of course, Rune's doing pretty good volumes on Ord.io. So that is kind of the mix there. Let's have a look at the overall crypto market before we get into Pulsechain, because Pulsechain is rallying as well, not just crypto. We're at 2.32 trillion at the moment, up 1.4%. $80 billion in 24-hour volume, down 7.6% at the moment. So that is the mark there. Before we get into Pulsechain, though, let's get into the chat and say hello to a few people that have jumped in. And we're going to get into Pulsechain update, and then we're going to go to Titan next, then we're going to go to Zen or XenCat or XenCat. You know, we're going to talk about it all. Who else has jumped in there? We've got Zen Tribe in house there. Cool. I'm here for that action. Yeah, good old XenCat there, looking pretty good. I'm excited for X1 chain. I think it's going to be mega huge. And I think that Jack's been coordinating a lot of things for that. So pretty excited, XenCat. It's something that we talk about in Strategy Club. So if you haven't joined our Strategy Club, the link is in the video description. And of course, it's $35 a month, but really good value for all the projects and Intel updates we do constantly. So you don't have to do a lot of the research. We're just pummeling a lot of stuff in there. So go for gold on that. Join up today. Dog to the moon, says Brennan. Dog to the moon, indeed. It definitely was going to the moon there. What else? We got the Hex Creator in the house there. Hey, gang, good to see Hex Creator as always. We got Wally Pasang as well. Hello, all. Hey, Wally, good to see you too. A good day today for many altcoins, especially Pulsepot doing it again and again. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. We're actually going to talk about Mafia. I forgot about that, so thanks for raising that with me. We got Big Kahuna in the house there. Hey, Mobsters, good to see you, Big Kahuna. Who still has Wattses? Well, I think some people still have them, I know. So, yeah, some people, I don't want to name names, but there's some people still holding Wattses, that's for sure. And they're probably improving quite dramatically in value at the moment. So, kind of cool. I really like that idea of Wattses from Alex McFurter, right? So, really good idea. MVS in the house there. Morning, family. Hey, SVS. Hope you're doing well there and still crushing it on X, of course. All right, let's get into our, our third part of the show. I guess we've done stocks and economics. We've done crypto. Let's get into Pulsechain. It's also pumping and looking pretty good. So we got day 504 results. 504 days, can you believe it, since Pulsechain's launched? Amazing. Pulsechain at the moment, quadruple 0474, up 2.6% at 47% of the main sacrifice price. Pulsex at the moment, quadruple 0257, up 2.9%. The total buy and burn, has it reached $1 trillion? It has. Woo! So it's officially done it. It hadn't really done it yesterday. It was slightly shy, but it's done it overnight, obviously. 101.3 billion Pulsex. Over that 1 trillion, 1 billion Pulsex has now been bought up and burned. And we're sitting at 4.97% of the public supply. So the next milestone, I guess, is the 5% mark, right? So we're not too far away from that. Now, the other thing is that volume has picked up dramatically on Pulsechain, right? So it's gone from like 5 to 7 million up to 20 million plus. So we've been doing lately. So really good stuff happening on Pulsechain. Incentive token, $2.33, up 1.1%. The ratio is 49.2 million pulse. 49,200 pulse per one incentive. Now, if it was millions, you guys would be absolutely rich through the roof. We got the total supply, 43.3 million ink in it. Sometimes it doesn't get updated. I don't think it's been updated there. Finally, moving to Hex. Hex is still the star of the show. Is at 1.14 cents, up 6.7%. The EHEX is at a 2400th of a penny. Combined price of EHEX and PX is at 1.38 cents. So basically 1.4 cents, basically, doing incredibly well. So kind of cool. Now we're going to spotlight on Hex. I'm not going to do all the charts today, but we're going to spotlight on Hex because obviously it's been the big mover. Look at that. Wow. And the RSI on the daily is hot. Look at that. It's 82, but it's staying elevated. We've obviously had a bullish cross here. See that pink line? That is the 13-day. It's crossed over the 30-day moving average. So bullish cross there has played out like a dream. Better yet, we actually have the yellow line there. That's the 50-day. And the orange line is the 200 moving average. They're coming up. Man, imagine if they cross. We could have a mega bull run here in the old Hex. On the 4-hourly, we've got Hex still slightly oversold, 72, but it's been up there for a long time, as you guys can see. It does take a little breather every now and then, but this thing is looking hot to trot. Let's go to the weekly charts on the RSI. We can see the RSI still got plenty of room to move. It's going to do another hyper pump, 61 on that one, so it could do another two weeks of green charts here at 1.13 cents. So X is looking hot on the old RSI there. So pretty cool. Let's jump over to the rest of the markets on a Pulsechain. We're going to highlight some of these. So obviously Hex is shining at the moment. And of course, I think Pulsechain is well undervalued still. So I think Pulsechain is still well undervalued. Let's go to the stable coins. Quickly look at that. All stable coins are down today. PDI is down the most at 3300th of a penny, down 10%. But USD Tether, which has kind of been leading the way, is down 17%, and USDC is down 10%. These are the three speculative coins, right? They are down today. Let's go to the influencer coins. Is anything shining there? We got, we'll ignore BSD crypto, but it does look like it's got some liquidity back, and it's up 7.5% there, but it's on Solana chain. Other than that, Ben Armstrong's token there, the V1 copy on Pulsechain, is up 5.8%. Let's go to, we're going to come back to Mafia. Let's go to Mafia first, and let's have a quick look at Mafia. So we've got a Pulse spot has been flying. Obviously, there's some sort of consolidation, big thing coming up. Cold DeFi is talking about it all the time, that maybe there's going to be a merger between these different projects, possibly PulsePot, obviously Pulse Predict, and BNB Pot, possibly. Something's happening in that space, something big, and the price has been rallying on PulsePot. It is up pretty huge there, so from 70 cents up to $2.32 there, so looking really, really good. Now, it's still a long way off its high. A high got up to $20.75, but man, it is really on a tear at the moment, so doing some really great stuff. Let's have a look at the percentage gain that you would have received if you'd been in early at the bottom. 226%, so 3.25x there, doing pretty well on PulsePot. The world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino, right? Big technology, and of course created by Jacobs in Jacobs ecosystem. He's one of the developers that we are big supporters of, as you guys know on this channel. We've been following him for a long time. And of course, we also support Mafia. Now, Mafia on Pulsechain has also moved up. Now, if you guys had followed my lead, you would have picked the bottom, right? Because we said it, we called it and said, you know, get in there now, because we've got big updates happening on Pulse Mafia, and it is up at the moment up to 1100th of a penny. So some nice mad gains there. Let's have a look how much. It's still early, folks. I'm telling you, up 62%. Now, remember, there's a 4.7% buy tax. You need a 5% slippage, and there's also a 16.6% sell tax. So you need 20% slippage if you're doing sell. But once again, once you get over like 20%, you start getting in the money if you're speculating. Other than that, you can use in the game Mafia, which is going to be a mega game, right? It's going to be a huge game, and of course a world first in many aspects on peer-to-peer, Web3, and everything else. It's and it's on Pulsechain and BNB, right? So going to be pretty awesome. Let's quickly check at the moment the old Mafia. So here we are at the moment. Obviously, I've covered this the other day. We've got the convert feature, so you can convert assets. You just click on them, and it's going to give you in-game money. So we've got the exchange office has been set up. You can convert in-game assets that you got through the crates, and of course, you can convert to in-game money. But be careful what you convert, because it becomes scarce, right? Your assets may become scarce if everyone's doing it. So there's a bit of strategy going on there. The other thing, of course, is we had yesterday the OTC desk open up. We can see that there's many things set up here in terms of OTCs. We know that the godfather there, that is Jacob, the dev. He has set up lots of things, but you can't trade them at the moment. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he's wanting people to go through the crates and, of course, open up, buy some crates. But that is pretty interesting, right? The other thing that we've seen also is the Noti credits have also launched. So these are in there. They're part of the prize pool now, and they're going to be really powerful for doing notifications. I have put that out on the vault there, so that's huge. And let's go down. We can actually find the Noti notifications scrolling down here. Let's have a look in the Wikipedia for the game. Now, the game hasn't launched, remember. We're on stage 6 of 12, and this is a big stage rolling out right now. Actually, let's go back up there. I was too far down. Let's go scroll. How far down did I go? Too far. Notification credits. There it is. So it's under Game Mafia Game, and you can see notifications credits here. So basically, what are they? Notification credits are automated bots that monitor the blockchain and send you alerts. Whether you're sleeping, on vacation, or simply unavailable, you can still receive important notifications when it matters. Like if you're being attacked, for example, you want to know that, right? So you can respond, things like that. So there we go. A notification on me and attack on me. You're going to need 10 apparently credits for that. Attack on a member, 5 credits, all the way down to a vault payout summary of 1 credit there. So credits are going to be pretty important. You can purchase notification credits with BNB or Pulse. Protocol will sell credit packages worth 5 notifications, 25 and 100, and of course 1 key equals 5 notifications there. So pretty important there. Now, notification services do not offer any guarantees. So just remember that receiving notifications should be considered fortunate. The functionality of the notifications cannot be held responsible for any in-game assets there as well. So that is going to be pretty important as well as automation in the Mafia game. And this is huge, this game. The game is just growing and growing and growing. I know Cult DeFi has added on another 2 or 3 new influences, particularly focused on BNB chain as well. And so, there's more influences covering. I think it's about up to 12 have covered it on Pulsechain so far. So, just getting up there with the number of people aware of this project. And, of course, it's still on the pre-launch phase, phase number 6. And we can find that up the top here, the exchange, right? So the exchange there. Now, we know that step one is just to roll out. So we're still, going through that. So let's actually go full screen on the price chart here. And we can actually see that stage 6 is in play. The OTC and the conversion, we've got both of those out in the last 2 days. The next steps, of course, are deposit and withdrawals. We can see that those are not yet active on the exchange. See, they're grayed out here, deposit and withdrawals. And, of course, keys are also grayed out as well. And, of course, keys are going to be fundamental for the map, right? The map is coming soon. This was also updated. We didn't have this page before. And, of course, the map's coming. It's going to be 3D, so you're going to be able to zoom into the street level. There's going to be, I don't know, it's about 15,000 squares or something like that that are going to be ownable. It's going to be a massive metaverse on Pulsechain and BNB. And, of course, huge sought after there, a bit like Gold Rush for land. And, of course, not just getting the land, but developing the land as well. So it's going to be a mega phase of the game, the map. And, of course, a very strategic one for those that are running the families. So pretty important there. So that is some of the key stuff there. Did I forget anything? Yeah, we've got the second part of the launch there. It's going to be deposit withdrawals. And, of course, the ODC will play there. So what we've had in-game cash. We've had the ODC as well as launched. You can play around with that. But the next one is deposit and withdrawals. And also bullets and heart tokens will trade. So at the moment, we've just got Mafia trading, which is fantastic. But we're also going to have bullets and hearts trading. So if you'd got those through opening keys in the game, through keys, then you would have got hearts and bullets. They will be trading on Deck Screener. So they'll be trading in and outside the game. So that's going to be awesome, a boost in the economy. Looking forward to that. And, of course, the whole economy's got inflation and deflation. There is an economy puppet master, a bit like the Federal Reserve, sort of controlling the game. So it's going to be really dynamic. So you'll be able to, a lot of opportunities to make some mucho grandes crypto in this game. You can see on this account, I've got 5 million in-game currency in there. And that's for this character here. So pretty cool. I'm excited for it. Now, obviously, on the market, you can go and buy and sell things at the moment. So people are doing that. You can hunt around for the good stuff, and good luck to you. Good luck to you. So far, over $250,000 in that. Now, the other thing is, of course, people have been opening up crates, trying to get these Noti credits at the moment, and they have, some of them have been doing pretty well. And what has that done? Well, it's fed the vault. Right, the vault is getting huge on Mafia. 5.66 billion on the Pulsechain side, $272,000 on the BNB side, which is a different one there. Let's go to BNB Mafia. Let me just scroll this BNB Mafia. It is up to, let's see what the vault is. The vault is at 148 BNB, so I think it's around 90,000 plus or minus on the BNB. So definitely going up, might be closer to 100,000 at the moment. So that it makes about 350,000 US dollars up for grab at the moment, and this is only going to increase, of course, as the price of Pulse and BNB increase as we move into the bull market, especially from October if you're into October, and of course more taxes and more crates and other things feeding the game. So it's going to be really big. All right, so that's Mafia doing pretty well there. Let's jump out of that. So that was what I want to talk about for that. Let's go back into the rest of the Pulsechain. I didn't talk about some of the other markets, actually. Let's just quickly go into some of the others. So I want to do the highlights of the rest of the trade. So let's go into Pulsechain and see what the volume's like today. Well, we've got 22 million in volume, so another good day for volume on Pulsechain. And, of course, we've got 283,000 transactions. The top performers at the moment is Pika, followed by Pulsepot. As we talked about, Pulsepot and Mafia are both Jacob's projects. And he is pretty much the world's best peer-to-peer Web3 developer, I would say. Just absolutely crushing the job there. Dog with Butt, if you like that one, is up 20%. Crow is up to 18%. So a few of the meme coins. Mafia, of course, is up 17%. So Mafia and Pulsepot, both Jacob projects, are both leading the way at the moment. Very, very excited about that. Heligo's up 17%. OMG, they're 15% as well. So we've got quite a few above 10%. PDC, the Grey, is one of the best projects on Pulsechain, up 11% as well, sitting at 0001500. So not bad stuff happening there. So pretty cool. That wraps up the charts today for Pulsechain. Let's quickly go to the gas prices. Actually, we've got a bit of a jump in the Gwei on or beats on Pulsechain, 871,000. Normally it's about 150 to 200, and here we are at 1/10 of a penny for a PulseX swap. But we're still 900, almost 1,000 times cheaper than Ethereum, because it's 15 Gwei on Ethereum right now. So there we go. Let's go to the validators, and of course, the Pulsechain is a full system stake fork of Ethereum. It is full DeFi. We've got 48,700 validators around the world processing all those transactions. Pretty neat. And the bridge, wow, the bridge just keeps going from strength to strength, up 108.4 million. So I think we were at 107.4 yesterday, somewhere in that ballpark. So it looks like we're up another $1 million on the bridge. This is a very healthy sign. So we're getting better volumes. We're getting more money over the bridge. Asset prices are climbing. Pulsechain is looking good for the pump. And of course, we've got some leaders happening here. We've got obviously ETH up at the moment. We've got Wrap Bitcoin up at the moment. So we are getting quite a bit of price appreciation there. And the DAI there looks pretty similar to yesterday, maybe up slightly. And of course, EHEX is climbing in price as well. So we're getting quite a bit of price increase over here on Pulsechain. And of course, you get a bit more volume. You get that price increase, then you start getting more volume coming over. And then, of course, it's sort of a vicious circle to the upside, right? That is kind of where we are at the moment on Pulsechain. And of course, we're about to start day 505. Pretty awesome. Now, just going into Hex to wrap up our Pulsechain coverage on the Hex daily stats. Looks like we got 7.36 Hex on Ethereum yesterday. Now, obviously, with the price going up so dramatically, that means your Hex yield is looking even better. So the Hex yield's going up and your price is going up. So you're making a lot more money. How about that? But that also means that the T-share price is going up against you as well, especially when share rate is now up at 37,100. We haven't got today's results out yet for day 1761. Probably come out a bit later. And of course, we haven't had an update for several days on Pulsechain there for Hex. So, but nevertheless, prices going up. You're getting paid more. That's all we can say about Hex. Hex.com. Check it out. Links in the video description as well. So that's pretty much our Pulsechain coverage. We're going to get into Titanx and then XenCat on X1 and all that. So let's get to it. We got Yellowtail in the house there. Holla, holla, holla. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying the yellow cats, XenCats. XX says XenCat was adopted by the Zen community and it has its support. And when it pumps hard. Yeah, absolutely. And you guys are still early for XenCat. Honestly, I'm telling you, it is so early. And of course, I posted, you can see in the scrolling bar at the bottom there in yellow, the details for that. But I've also pinned it to the top there as the spotlight project today. XenCat meme coin. X1 is coming. And of course, you're getting in early. You guys know how I like to give you guys some heads up about that. This is kind of one of the different projects that we actually cover in Strategy Club. So if you haven't joined that, the link's in the video description. Only $35 a month, very good value, and we're constantly Intel's going in there. So if you're busy, it's particularly good for you because we doing a lot of the work, the groundwork there, and that's what it's all about, right? It's all about. All right, so get on that. We've also got a poll in at the moment, so fill in the poll on all three channels. We're streaming to 3 different YouTube channels, over 10,500 subscribers. So big shout out to everybody. In fact, I think that Superman Crypto is about to hit 3,000 members. So big shout out. What token do you like the most? Vault, Dog, XenCat, or all three? Get in there, folks, and get your vote on there. And of course, we've probably got different audiences on each channel, right? Each channel's got a different audience there. All right, I'll let us get into pull up the old Zen sheet. Is on a different sheet, so we're gonna start off afresh. Now, obviously, Zen has been doing a bit of a consolidation the last couple of days as we go through the final inflation. So that has been pretty much in play, and we can see that in the charts today. But the standout has been Hydra, the latest project to launch from Jake Sharp, and that has been holding up very well. And of course, we've signaled that in our strategy club, so you would have got that. I front run all that on that news. Now, obviously, we're having a bit of a pullback at the moment. Titanx is down just below 6,000, so 6,000, down 9.3% on the 24-hour. The best performer is a Hydra, is at up 9% there, and next is Legend X, which I also highlighted in our strategy club. So you would have got some alerts about that if you're in strategy club for both of these. So let's have a quick look at these. So you can see with just a consolidation going on in Titanx. Titanx itself is, as I say, 606,000, down 9.5%. But what is happening at the moment? Just a bit of consolidation after profit taking, and also the fact that we are going through the highest inflation days, the last ones left for Titanx before it starts to taper off and moves into hyperdeflationary land. Phase 3, as Jake Sharps calls it. And of course, here we are at 1.14 trillion coming out today. We've had a couple of big days. The previous day was 1.21 trillion, and the day before that, 1.35 trillion. So we've had 3 days at least, and we're now just rolled over into day 4 or 5. We've got 5 big trillion days at the end of the month, and we're now into day 4 of 5. So we're getting there, folks. We just started day 4, and then tomorrow will be the last one for the month of September. So let's scroll down and see that and visually. So this is the day we've just finished here. 1.63 trillion is what we expected. This is the day we've just started in orange, 1.11 trillion. And then, of course, the previous 2 days were actually about 1.6 trillion each. So we've actually dropped down to 1.1 today. So we've just started this one. And then, of course, we've got 1.4 trillion left tomorrow. And, of course, that means after that, we're going to drop off down to half a trillion. You can see that here. And then, of course, in the October, we only have 2 trillion candles left of all time. We're not going to see this again. It's going to be absolutely deflation from here, even if mining becomes profitable, because the mining rate's going to drop, be so low by the time we get there. Now, let's go to the 90-day view, just so you can see the future roadmap. Titanx is about to really move into its 3rd phase of hyperdeflationary, and it's pretty much time to get your Titanx packs, dogs, pack your bags. The pullback in the charts today for Titanx, and we can see that here in the chart. There's a bit of a godsend for people to accumulate. So let's get rid of the future roadmap there, go full screen on this, and that is it. So that's pullback at the moment. It's a beautiful godsend. If you're wanting to pick up Titanx, you got to get it because it's about to go hyperdeflationary. You can see the future inflation is coming down. Look at that. So once we're through October the 5th, we have no more trillion candles left. And by the time we get to October the 18th, we have no half a trillion candles left. And that's only a very short gap between those 2 events. And then it's just down, down, down. As you can see, by the time we get to November, we have hardly anything left coming out. I mean, these candles are very small indeed. And you can see that here, by the time we get to the mid-November, you're talking about the largest candles, 230. The rest of them are tiny, 50 billion here and there. So it's game on for Titanx. And this is probably the last time to get a good discount on the old Titanx there. Now, you can see the RSI on the daily is down at 45. Good opportunity here at the moment for Titanx. Looking pretty good. Now, as you guys know, we're expecting the charts to show what we've got launching. We've got Vault launching today, so that's pretty cool. Let's just scroll in here and have a look at the launches. So here we are. We've got Vault launching. This is green box. Pretty cool. I'm actually excited about this project. It's got a lot of things I like in it. So we're going to have a quick look at that. Let's go have a look at Vault on that one. So I think we've got the launch here. Yeah. So Vault launch is September the 28th at 2 p.m. UTC time. That's equivalent to 7 a.m. PST, 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. BST, and 10 p.m. STG time. So that's looking pretty good. I'm going to post the Vault there so we can go check that on Vault. This is Vault. So if you want to find out more details about this launch, you can do. But we're going to post Titanx Hub. Actually, you can find it on there on the Vault launch for Vault launch coming up. So definitely check that out if you are going to participate. I really like the tokenomics. I think it's very, very good on Vault. And of course, let's have a look at those tokenomics. So we're going to scroll down here on Titanx Hub here, and you can see Vault is next up. It's got 13 hours and 25 minutes to go until launch. So just got a cool countdown here. And of course, you can see all the links there. So the buy and burn is going pretty awesome. Now, this is what I really like about it. Full token distribution in 10 days. We know that fixed supply like DragonX, like Inferno, like what Titanx will be very, very soon. This is very popular, right? And then it's going to have an 80% of the Titanx is going to be used to buy Vault, which is going to be absolutely huge. I like this idea. So the supply is going to be out very, very quickly. We've got token distribution. So there's only going to be 1 billion tokens, all right, and 55 million there. And 50 million tokens is going to be for pairing with other protocols in Titanx. 5 million going to be used for the LP starter. And then there's going to be 100 million Vault tokens every day for 10 days, and that gets you to that 1 billion tokens. And then, of course, after that, with the buy and burn, a part of 50% of the buy and burn is going to go into the auction pool, and it's going to then be re-auctioned in a perpetual auction. So it's a recycling, as it were, in the Treasury vault. So it's a pretty cool mechanism. It's going to be fun to see that play out. And, of course, arbitrage is going to be important there too. Now, with the TitanX that goes in here, 4% will also go into the DragonX vault. So there's another project, like Flux project, that's going to be feeding the DragonX, which is the super whale on TitanX. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, you're going to have LP bonding and the Genesis wallet 8%. As you guys know, part of the TitanX ecosystem has meritocracy, and that's up to 8% of the project value. And sometimes they use it for LPs and other stuff. Who knows? But once again, it's a meritocracy environment. It's a way of funding, I guess, the ecosystem too, which I prefer. It's quite transparent that way. The other thing, of course, is the Treasury vault's coming up. That's going to be pretty cool. So it's going to start with 20% of the tokens in the Treasury vault is going to be going into here, right? So 20% is going to be going in. How does that, if you've got the first 10 days, how does the 11th day get the volume? Well, it's from the buy and burn feed, right? So 40% of the buy and burn will burn the tokens, and about 50% of the tokens that are purchased will go into the vault for the perpetual auctions. That's how it's recycled, right? So it goes back and purchases that with the TitanX. And of course, then the vaults, then the actual auctions start off here with 20% of the tokens in the vault every day. So that's going to refeed the buy and burn, as you see, sort of a vicious circle. That's the idea of this mechanic. So what will they get by the time they've, end of day 10? Will they have burned? Maybe 30%, 40%, somewhere in there. We'll see. But it's going to be hyper deflationary from over that point. So it starts, there's no actual burn on day one. You can see there's no burn on day one, but it starts 40%, 42% of whatever's in the burn balance is used day 2, and then it goes down to 18% by day 10 there. So a fair amount at 42% of tokens being burned is going to be pretty good. And of course, giving you a pretty good balance in the perpetual auctions that will be rebid on, right? And then you're going to have the arbitrage between the market price, which will be going up with the buy and burns versus the auctions there as well. So it's going to be fun to see this play out. So that's kind of a summary of it. Kind of cool, right? Kind of cool. In the auction page there, they will last 24 hours for the perpetual auctions, including the first day as well. Kind of cool. I think that's it. Yeah, and you can claim any day. So if you go on multiple days, you're going to be able to claim, and you forget about it, you're going to be able to go in and click the claim button. That's going to do a bulk claim for all the auctions that you went into. So I think it's going to be pretty fun to see where that goes. Yeah, hyper deflationary after 10 days. And we're really neat. So I like that. I think it's a pretty good project all up there on the old vault. All right. That is down here, by the way, if you want to look at that. So that is looking pretty good on vaults. Now, the other update that we had, of course, is not just on Vault, but on Titan Farms. So Titan Farms is coming up in October, and we had a cool update on Titan Farms from Eric. He says that they have initiated their second audit for Titan Farms. Remember, Titan Farms is going to be massive for the TitanX ecosystem. I cannot say it enough. It's going to bring a number of innovations we haven't seen in yield farming. And of course, going to be not only just for TitanX projects, but also non-TitanX projects, bringing in new communities as well. New communities, more liquidity, and it's going to have very targeted buy and burn. And sometimes they can just target the buy and they can just target the burn. So it's going to be really fascinating to see Titan Farms. And of course, it's going to be absolutely mega there. You can see I've said absolutely bullish there. It's going to be absolutely huge. So second audit, as you guys know, so it's getting very close to launch. And we know that Jake Sharp's been very bullish about this too. Yeah, doing really nice there. So that is the two big things coming up at the moment, Titan Farms and Vault. Obviously, we're going to have Element 280 later and Ouroboros as well. So we'll talk about that another day. Let's get into Hydra, which has been the best performer at the moment. And of course, a look at the buy and burn coming in. Look at these 188 million DragonX every 30 minutes coming in and buying Hydra off the market. And man, it has been pushing it up. So this is the US dollar performance, but let's go to the DragonX performance. This is the ratio that we're looking at, right? So the lower the ratio, the more that you're burning, but the burning is greater than the stuff coming out at the moment, especially in the week ahead. I think today has just started. I think it's a 21 billion, if I remember rightly, today. And that is coming out too. So kind of cool. Now, that is where we're at the moment. I'm just going to close those down. So the ratio has been pushed up to 0.94, making Hydra mining very profitable indeed. So Hydra looking really good in terms of the ratio there. And of course, we do have, I think it's 21 billion coming out today. So this will be a little bit of a test for the ratio. But yeah, so far so good. So that is the kind of play there at the moment on these. And of course, yeah, it's an opportunity to get in. This is the last probably time before it goes hyperinflationary. So, you know, take your positions, get ready. That's all we can say. Now, the other one I said also LegendX in a strategy club yesterday. And the ratio there is doing pretty well, 11.52. Almost broke out, not quite. So it looked like it was going to do a bigger breakout, but I still think this is looking very, very good with a lot of the supply off the market. So, and of course, we're slowly getting through that claim burn, what they call a claim burn. And of course, I think it's probably got about a week to go to get down to the end of it. So there may be a little bit more volatility, but certainly looking pretty good in this chart at the moment on LegendX. So, and of course, they're about to add DragonX to their NFT trading. And that may add a little bit more volume to help push LegendX up as well. Once again, this is more speculative than the Core 4. Core 4, of course, TitanX, Hyper, Hydra, and DragonX. Once you go out of those, you're taking on a little bit more risk, trying to play the ratio, right? That's what you're trying to do, get more of a ratio versus TitanX. That's the main game there, gaining more TitanX. So that's kind of the play there at the moment. And of course, Jake there talked about it. Hydra is working beautifully, and it's doing exactly what it's designed to do. Farms is very close, and of course, we just talked about that. Got off a call today, he says. If you think you understand what's about to happen, let me be clear when I say you don't have a clue. Again, it's just better, way better. And of course, we're about to go hyperinflationary. We're about to have 3 DeFi protocols. We're about to have Vault launch today. Going to be bullish for TitanX supply as well. So yeah, hyperinflation coming. It's going to be something absolutely beautiful to see. So that is pretty much the TitanX update today. Yeah, lots of opportunities in the market for that. All right, we're going to get to XenCat. Let's talk about XenCat, baby. And that's what we're going to do. XX says XenCat was adopted by the Zen community and has support. Absolutely. When it pumps hard. That's right. And we've got plenty of stuff there. Now, if you guys haven't checked out XenCat, we've got the XenCat meme there. It's on Deck Screener. I do prefer using what's the site I like? Radium. I like Radium. You can buy it on Dupe as well, but I do like Radium there. So definitely worth checking out on that. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about X1 and XenCat. And then we're going to hit the poll afterwards. So get in on the poll, folks, while you can. And let's go for gold on the old XenCat. Bam. So X1 chain, you guys know, Jack Levin. So pretty cool. Pulsechain, of course, is Richard Hart's chain. We've talked about TitanX. That is Jake Sharp. And, of course, now we're talking about Jack Levin's X1 chain. It is going to be the first fork of Solana. It is a big, big deal. X1 blockchain to unite Zen crypto communities across 14 different chains. It's going to be fun to see that play out. So really, really cool. When is the X1 chain? Well, it looks like it's getting very close. It says here 2024, but it really does look like we are getting close here. It could be October. We have a launch. Jake Sharp recently said that X1 chain is technically ready. We know that he was working on allocations for the Zen coins and also the tokenomics for the chain. It's going to be pretty exciting. We see that at the moment. We've got Zen blocks running, proof of work mining. We've got Solzen or Solana chain running. We've got validating running. We've got obviously Solzen being traded on Solana, and we've obviously got XenCat out there too, which has been getting a lot of love from Jake Levin. So when X1 launches, could you imagine what will happen to the #1 meme coin, XenCat? Man alive. In fact, I'm not even aware that there's any other meme coins. Just the old XenCat. We're going to talk about that. It's also got locked liquidity, and that's a huge, huge plus. So it looks like it's almost ready for rocket as the old XenCat. Let XenCat roar, as we say. So Zenblocks, it's going to be pretty, pretty fun to see this all play out. There's only going to be 1 billion XN coins, remember, on the chain. And if the chain becomes $1 billion, $10 billion chain, a $20 billion chain during the bull market, and you guys know, first fork of Solana, it's going to be pretty epic. The other thing is question mark, but is Jake Levin. Also got corporate siders coming in here from Silicon Valley or part of the community. It could be huge, and maybe other use cases for the X1 chain could be in play in terms of commercial use. So lots of opportunity up on X1 chain. It's also going to have IGN layer, so you're going to be able to bridge and bring in tokens from other chains and deposit them in XN coin. It's going to be pretty exciting. Zenblocks, of course, you're going to have XN coin. You're going to put that XN coin and earn XN, Xenium. Put Xenium in and earn XN coin as well. There's lots of roads leading into X1 at the moment, so it's going to be pretty fun. And one of those is XenCat. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. So XenCat could really rocket there. Now you can see that on X, under the XenCat post, we see that Jake Levin here. I've got all the J's right. Jack Levin there. Jack Levin. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Jack Levin there has been posting out XenCat, and of course inviting people to join the Telegram, which has been pretty exciting. And of course you can do that. I'm going to post the link to this one if you want to join XenCat and get in nice and early, right? It's all about being early on these things. And of course, this is some of the stuff we get in here talking about it, right? So kind of cool. So that is a XenCat, and Jack Levin posting it out. Now 11,000 views on that, 11,000 views. So this is early. Next one hasn't even launched yet, so you want to get on earlier on that. Now XenCat's been doing a great. XenCat official's been doing a great job. I'm a cute cat there. Got little Jack Vampire. Everyone knows Jack, well known for the vampire theme. Kamala Harris, don't eat this poor XenCat, playing on the old Trump stuff there. So pretty cool. Now there are two big Zen X1 influencers. They're Tree City West and Crypto Bra. And of course, Tree City West here talking about this on the 26th. Look at XenCat here, breakout on the handle on the daily, posting a nice little bullish chart there for the old XenCat. And he's still early, right? Still super early on this. And the cool thing I like about XenCat, there's only 1 billion coins. A really big deal. Lock liquidity, 1 billion coins, and you're early. And X1 chain's coming. Come on, guys. It's got to be good. So XenCat is a meme coin in Solana created by the Zen community under the patronage of the one and only Mr. Jack Levin there. And you can see Jack Levin has been posting out these. In fact, not did he just post out once, but he also posted out twice. Look at that. And day after day, XenCat always travels with us. Jack Levin and XenCat, and of course that's from Jack Levin himself. Remember, he's got 425,000 followers on X as well, so really cool. About to launch X1. I really love it. And you guys know you got to be on the beginning of the meme coins. You can't. Why buy it when it's expensive, right? That's the thing. Why buy it once it's done a Pepe or a Dogecoin, right? But you get it early, just like dog. You got to get dog early, right? Still early on dog, still early on XenCat, and it's on Solana chain, which is great for these sort of things, right? So kind of cool. A lot of cool stuff coming up here. XenCat and the Solana Zen mining. Obviously, Sol Zen is another mining one there on Solana that's happening at the moment. Like I said, there's Zen blocks, there's Sol Zen mining, but XenCat is the main coin, right? So kind of cool. XenCat was busy catching the fish today. Come fishing. I love that sort of humor. So lots of memes, of course. This was really good today. It's really got. I use this for the thumbnail today. What's your XenCat mood today? Angry, happy, calm, or grumpy? And of course, you guys know I choose the happy one. I choose the happy one there for the thumbnail. Is it happy or hungry? I don't know. Is it happy or hungry? The hungry wasn't there. But anyway, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's not only Bitcoin that has the cup and handle pattern, and of course that benefits dog, but XenCat, Solana has it too, and it's a micro token with a strong Zen crypto community behind it. And get your moon bag here. Now you can buy it on dupe.ag, or you can buy it on Radium, which I prefer. So we're going to check that out. A nice little repost there from XenCat, my coverage today. So big shout out there. Really cool. I love this video. This video is Elon Musk here talking about his cats, and XenCat used that to post out about XenCat. So really nice use there from the old XenCat there. Pretty awesome. So once again, if you want to give a good follow, do that. So here's Sol XenCat. I'm going to post the link if you want to give it a follow and share it around. Tell your friends. But this is a really early opportunity, and that's what we're after here in crypto, right? So bam. X1 is coming too. X1 chain could be a multi-billion-dollar chain. And of course, the number one meme coin could absolutely flourish in that environment, right? Now, let's have a quick look at the price. The price here is on Deck Screener. You've got the price here at 0.002,500. Pretty cool. Now, they have a buy button there, but I haven't actually used that. I prefer to use Radium. And of course, you can see the chart here pretty early, right? Cup and handle playing out, and of course, away. You're still so early, honestly. $62,000 of lock liquidity. You've got a market cap of only 250,000, so really early on this, and of course, this is probably going to ride big time on the coattails of X1 when it launches, and that could be launching very soon. So very excited about where this could head, and you can pick up some good volumes here. There's enough liquidity, pick up good volumes, and become a decent holder. So definitely very exciting there. Now, you can see here on a Gecko Terminal, this is another view. So these are just two different platforms. But you got Gecko Terminal, and you got all the details about it here. And you can see the 718 holders. So you're really early on the holder count, but the holder count is slowly growing. So you want to get in, on a reasonable time frame for that. And you can see the chart over here as well, same chart. Now you can click the swap button at the top right there, and you can go up and you can do trades on here, right? So you just have to make it Solana, so you have to turn it into Solana there. You have to have Solana, so you might have to have a wallet, maybe like a Phantom wallet, just anything that has Solana tokens, and you can buy XenCat with that. Connect up your wallet, and away you go, and you can buy some Solana today. So there is a calculator down the bottom on the left as well. You can check that out. But that is XenCat. Man, you're early. Sort of things that we talk about in strategy clubs. If you haven't joined up to that, get in the link to the video today. It's really, really cool to do that. I'm going to post the geo limit, this link as well. I think I posted it in the scrolling bar at the bottom, but you can check that out also. So that is the link to the Solana pools, and this is on Solana. So we've covered what Pulsechain today. We've covered Bitcoin today. We've covered Ethereum today with Titanix, and now we're covering Solana with the XenCat meme coin, and I'm just hyper bullish where that can go. You can thank me later, of course. Always do your own investment due diligence, all that sort of stuff. But man, I'm excited about where this will go. Now let's end our polls on the channel. Let's see where we are at the moment on this. So let's see what we got there. So on Hex Token channel, we've got 50% like Vault, 25% like Dog, and 25% like XenCat. Nice one on that one. So big shout out for that. And let's end the one on the what channel is this one? This is on Superman Crypto. See how we go there. 50% on Vault, 33% on XenCat, and 60% like all of them. So like Vault, XenCat, and Dog. Very smart people on that play there. So nice little votes on that one, and looking good. So very cool. All right, so that is pretty much on the memes. We're 51 minutes on the hour. Man, it has been a fast day. We've covered so much. We've covered the stock market. We've covered economics. We've covered crypto. We've covered the meme coins. We've covered Dog on Runes. Really early opportunity. This is the ones you want to chase down to get the big X's. We've covered, obviously, Titanix and Vault coming on the Titanix ecosystem. Hyperdeflationary, Vault launching today. Huge opportunity. I love that sort of fixed tokenomics. And, of course, we've also covered the XenCat on the Solana chain. Soon to be X1, right? Soon to be X1. So I don't know whether the XenCat, what's going to be doing there in terms of X1. It could be a whole nother value there. Could be exciting times getting in early on this. So very exciting stuff happening in crypto right now. And we're about to enter into October, right? October, come on, October. And, of course, getting in early while you can in September is a very good idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. Now, if you guys want to find out more, of course, don't forget to get into the Strategy Club. Links in the video description. You can also join up to the Pulsechain Hex Discord as well. That's only $5 a month, so just a cup of coffee. And, of course, $35 for Join Up Strategy Club, which is multi-chain. We look at multi-chain opportunities, just like some of the ones we're talking about today, like XenCat and Dog, is a very, very exciting, of course, Titanix and Vault as well. I'm super hyped for all of these projects. I think they're all going to do extremely well. And, of course, we just saw Dog rally 2 days in a row, and looks like it's going to keep going up. We know that Hex is rallying too. So it's just good times all around. And can't wait for October coming in a couple of days' time. And then, of course, the U.S. election, if Trump wins that on the 5th, man, pro-crypto president, pro-freedom, most importantly, you want to be able to enjoy your crypto gains. Then, man, it's going to be fun heading towards 90K, maybe 100K Bitcoin this year, maybe 150, 180, maybe 240, $1,000 Bitcoin next year. It really is going to be fun, this bull market, and getting in some of these real pearlers going to be pretty awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And for everybody commenting after the videos, I'll always reply as usual. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Woohoo! Oh, I'll take a day off tomorrow. Don't remember that, so I'll be back in 2 days' time. And I'll be in Discord, so I'll see you there. Cheers.